All right, so today I'm going to go through and perform a short little exercise with you to introduce you to Excel or Google Sheets. And we'll do this together, so if you're not in class, you'll be able to do this assignment. So we're going to start with a blank Google Sheet, and this assignment is called Great Vacations. So let's change the name of our document, Great Vacations. So for this assignment, we're going to pretend like we have a travel agency and we're coming up with a list of countries and that our customers could go to, what time of year they should go, what they would want to see while they're there, and how much an airline ticket will cost. A lot of the stuff we're just going to make up and have fun with it. All right, so first thing let's do is in row 2, well, just as a refresher, rows go horizontally, okay, rows go horizontally, columns go vertically. And when we talk about a cell reference, a cell is where a column meets a row, and you can identify which cell is active because it'll be darkened and it'll have a border around it that you can identify. So starting in cell A2, let's go ahead and type in this column heading. We're going to call it country, what country that we'd want to go to. To move to the next cell, we can press tab, and that'll take us over to B2. That column heading is going to be sites. Column C is going to be season. And column D is going to be airline cost. Now I want airline cost to appear on 2 lines instead of just one wide column. So the way that we do that is after you type in the word airline, on your keyboard you're going to press Alt, Enter, and that will take you down to allow you to type on a second line. Okay, and then we'll put in cost. Okay, so we have airline cost, and you can see that that is on 2 lines now. Okay, I would like to center that text in the middle of those columns. So we can select those 4 cells, so A2 through D2. We'll come up here to our alignment, and we'll do our center align. And right next to that, we have our vertical alignment for those cells. So let's center align or middle align those. Okay, so now you can see those column headings are centered horizontally and vertically within those cells. Okay, we started on row 2. Let me show you how to delete a row if you ever put in a row that you don't need. So if I wanted to delete row 1, I would select row 1. I'm going to right click on it and then come down here to where it says delete row. Okay, so if I wanted those column headings to be my first row, that's how I would do that. Okay, also if I wanted to insert a row, we're going to right click and go insert 1 row above. Okay, so now that we've got row 1 back, let's put in a title for this document. So in row 1, in cell A1, we're going to type in Great Vacations. Okay, but I want that to be centered and merged across cells A1 through D1. So I'm going to select, starting with cell A1, I'm going to select A1 through D1. Okay. Then I'm going to go Format, Merge Cells, Merge Horizontally. Okay, so now all of those cells are one big cell. Okay. You can also merge using this tool right here. That's the merge cell. Does the same thing. Okay. All right. So I'd like you to go ahead and change your title. You can change the size. You can change the font. If you want to make it a little different, whatever you'd like to do, that's fine with me. And then let's change on row 2, let's add shading to these column headings, okay? So come up here to your fill color and select a light color to shade those cells in. All right. So now that we've got our column headings, we've got our title, we can go ahead and fill in our countries and the sites, the season, and the airline cost. Okay, so first country is going to be Switzerland. The sites for that one is going to be mountains. Season, we'll put winter. And airline cost, let's just put in the number 1,000. I'll show you how to format that later, but just put those in for right now. Okay, next country, let's put in Norway. Countryside. Summer, 1,500. Greece. Athens. Fall, 1,200. Egypt. Pyramids. Winter. France. Tower. Summer. 1,600. What? Canada. The Stampede, so the rodeo that's up there. And let's do one more. New Zealand. Let's do Australia. Okay. Go see the reef. Go down there in their summer. Okay. All right. So this doesn't have to be perfect. So we just got our countries and all that. Now, if we wanted to adjust the column width, so see how these columns are wider than the text? If we wanted to adjust the column widths, we can come up and put our cursor on the line between the column headings. So the line between A and B, see how it turns into a darker, thicker blue line? If I double click on that, it's going to adjust the width of that column. See how it made that one smaller? So if I come here and do that for those, it'll make these smaller. I don't know why it didn't make that smaller though. That's strange. Okay, anyway, that's how you would adjust those. Now, these numbers here in column D, they represent dollars or currency. So we want to format those to look like currency. So we're going to select from cell A3 through D9, and we're going to format that as currency. So I can go this one right here. I can format it as currency. Or the other way I can do that is to come up here into Format, Number, Currency, and see here it's rounded. So this one, it would not have the decimal place. Okay. I don't know if you noticed or not, there was also on that number, there's also an accounting format. Okay, so the accounting, make that whiter again. So the accounting, see it lines up the dollar signs. and the currency did not. Okay, so I don't care which one you do. I'm going to leave it as currency rounded, so no decimal places. Okay. All right. Let's do a couple borders here. I want to put a bottom border on the bottom of row 2. Okay, so I'm going to select from A2 through D2. Come up here to my borders button and select a bottom border. And I can make, I can do what I want to here. If I wanted to make it thicker. Okay. And then let's put an outside border around the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to have from A1 all the way through D9 selected. Come up to borders, select an outside border, and then I'll have a border around all of that. Okay. All right. So now, if I wanted to print this, this is what it would look like. See how it's centered horizontally? So between the left and right margin, it's centered, but it's not centered vertically. If I wanted to center that vertically, I'm going to come over here to alignment, and where it says vertical, I'm going to change that so it is center. It's not, I can't see it very well because my picture's in the way. Anyways, change over here where it says alignment, change that to from vertical, change it to center, if you guys can do that. There we go. No, that's not what I want. Okay, anyway, so change that to center, okay? And then that should be good. We're not going to actually print it though. So you can also make that adjustment by going here to File, Print, and make the adjustments. Okay? All right, so that is Great Vacations. Hopefully you guys were able to follow along and it made sense to you. So hang on to this one after you submit this on Canvas. Hang on to it because we're going to be coming back to this throughout the unit, and we'll be learning some different formatting styles and stuff on this. Okay, so good luck and thank you.